Hello? Hello? Holy shit. I've been talking to myself this whole time without even noticing if my mic was working, but my mic shows to be working, but the fucking feed doesn't really bounce up and down. Anyways, I was kind of spending a while on a long tangent before I even noticed I wasn't even on, but um, let's just get this out of the way. Introductions are in order. Welcome to part four of the Blast from Neil Druckmann, part two. We're in our fourth part of the full stream of the story mode, and I'm glad for anybody who has tuned in on these past three streams. Yeah, Bathory, why didn't you say anything? I left you a question for the past 5 minutes before I kind of rambled off, man, and I didn't really like hear any. I didn't get a response from you until now. Like I was actually asking you immediately in that moment. Before 5 minutes later, I realized like my mic was off. Shame on you. But good to see you again as always, Bathory. Now, the funny thing is, I'm always inconsistent with my word because for those of you who have tuned in, uh, oh, that's fine. You have to take off to do like a little thing. That's totally fine. I'm just mostly messing with you. But anyways, I always told myself that I plan to just like keep myself on a schedule because originally this was supposed to be like a Sunday deal with these live streams, especially for this game. But then last week I had to bump that for Saturday because I had like a good window of time for me to just like, yeah, you know what? When I go home, I can probably just like get back into it. And now we're moving up a day earlier, so today is Friday in my country, whatever time zone you folks occupy. And I was just leaving my day job and might as well just take a break from my independent work until I come back tomorrow. That way I could just like do my work to meet my quota for this week. So welcome everybody. Welcome. I do plan to leave timestamps because I know this was a hell of a long as lobby time. I was meant to go live, but turns out I wasn't really. My mic wasn't like active as I was talking until like 5 minutes later. So we're gonna get right into it. We're going right back into the fold. So we're about to get started on going back in time through a very infamous character from through a certain point of view and hopefully to the creator's intentions, we are left moralizing with this character who by all intents and purposes, they want us to forget about the horrible, terrible thing that happened in the part one portion of this stream. But you know, let's see where we go from there. And I apologize if I might forget some things that I brought up in the past stream that I want to like touch back to for this stream, because I know there was like some little details there that like maybe I could throw back to because the game is full of fucking inconsistencies and bad writing beats and shit that it just kind of like contradicts with earlier scenes established. But let's get right into it. So, as you guys all know, Ellie has crossed paths with not on her own action, but Abby has finally crossed paths with Ellie because Ellie was a fucking retard for leaving a fucking map behind of their whereabouts. So it leads into a really dramatic and impactful standoff until cuts to black. We're going back before it all led up to this through Abby's perspective. I gotta say, when that happened, I'm just like, what the fuck? Because clearly you have like this moment that's building up to, but then it's like, oh no, we're not gonna go there yet. We have to take you back to see the other perspective of this revenge conflict. So it just kind of like reminds me of fucking Stranger Things too, when the fucking lab is about to get overrun by demodogs, and then it just cuts to fucking 11 like fucking dicking around in Chicago for an episode that honestly we have a, unlike this game, we have a choice to just bypass how we can get to the following episode that cuts away from the Hawkins Hospital or some shit. I hate that worst fucking story. Like the way to just like disrupt tension. That's like the worst example. And this game really has echoes of fucking Ryan Johnson and even Stranger Things 2 to its detriment. Alright then, let's just get started. Fuck it. Last of Us. And yeah, this is where we're gonna see Ellie. We're gonna see Abby from an earlier age, and with a perspective on things where the game will try to have us sympathize with a character who has done a terrible, horrible thing in part one with with Joel, but I don't think it's not gonna win me over. But let's do it. Let's let's get this over with. I hope the stream doesn't really crap out like last weekend, because Jesus Christ, that was a mess to handle. Because I was going off some tangent about the Notebook and shit and romances compared to Ellie and Dina's, and for several instances the stream was crapping out. I had to like reset streaming play through my Elgato software until I just finally like had a steady, consistent stream for the duration of it. Oh, Abby. I mean, feed is looking quite okay. No disruptions so far. Nah, that's fine. Alright then, let's just get started.
Dad?
Oh, so she does have a dad. Oh, let's see where this goes.
Dad, come on! You can't keep doing this.
Oh yeah, yeah, right here.
Dad! Where are
And this
you?
is supposed to be Salt Lake City. Because they're right by the hospital where Ellie and Joe go to find the fireflies. This is yeah, zoo pamphlet.
Whoa. Jeez.
Now, what use would I have with a bottle in this segment? Oh, hey, Casper. Oh, you're watching Dazed and Confused. Nice. Fucking love that movie. Love me some Linklater.
Here we go.
Alright, hold on a sec. I gotta slide my chair back. Yeah, perfect. That way I could get like a good, comfortable angle at this. Alright.
There. Dad!
I got nothing to say about Auteur 3 because
How am I getting over this?
I don't
mess?
really give a shit. I mean, I get like auteur importance with movies, but my standards is like, you know, I like to criticize bad movies. I like to criticize good movies. I like to celebrate some filmmakers. I like to destroy some filmmakers. Well, good luck finding somebody else that's not me for a debate that I could get into with Rose on Auteur Theory, because that's definitely out of my realm of knowledge at this time. Well, Rose's fucking perspective on certain filmmakers kind of bothers me. And these are like filmmakers that really have made nothing but good movies, like Fincher and Wes Anderson. I can't really comment on Paul Thomas Anderson, but he's very weird. I noticed that you guys got into like some sort of like debate across Discord's like wall of fucking chats and shit. Okay, where the fuck am I supposed to go again? I know Mahler had no. This is supposed to be just like a one path thing where I just run into Abby Zilla's, you know, loving, caring father of a brain surgeon, and then you know you save a zebra because again the game wants you to fucking. The game wants you to empathize with characters like very quickly, but not in a very. Oh, you're right here. Not in a very good way. Oh, I see.
That worked.
How the fuck did you even get lost in the first place? How the fuck far did Abby's dad, like, get? I don't get this.
I get through here. Maybe I can get onto the
Yeah,
roof.
maybe I can get onto the roof. Maybe you could get onto the roof. Oh, yay, moving stuff. Oh, what's this?
Look at that. 1978.
Yeah, you guys are seriously having a ballpark. All right, here we go. Damn it! Life seems so much easier when you're watching it all on Mahler's stream.
Abs? You got a little mud on you there, sweetheart.
So do you.
Where?
Right there. You know, every time you run off like this, they give me shit about it.
Come on.
Believe it or not, they actually care about your safety.
These woods are safe.
Dad.
Abs, she's been hanging out right on the other side of those trees.
And?
She's due any day now. We'll just check on her and then we'll head back. I promise.
Let's just make it quick.
See? I've got my little girl to keep me safe.
See, he cares about all things, man. And they're doing this as a
How'd you
way
know I
for
was
to
here?
say, maybe Joe
one
did the
ratted me
most
out,
fucked
didn't
up thing to this character because this character
did his
wants,
job.
he loves all
swear I'm
life
so
and he's
sick.
devoted to
How'd you
bring
learn to
hope
talk?
to humanity as a game
I
intends
asked.
to portray him.
Huh.
Yeah, I think it's fucking terrifying in Days of Confused. Like when he loses his shit when they're in front of his house and the mom pulls out a shotgun and then he turns around to see like the fucking
Hey,
kids he wants to
look what I
paddle
found.
like look at him for just its on him, and it was like, he gets fucking crazy.
1978. Don't have that one in my collection.
You can keep it. If you promise not to pull anything like this again.
You got yourself a deal.
Why don't I believe you?
No reason I could think of. Come on, let's keep looking.
Dad.
Relax. You'll be back with Owen before you know it.
Wait, what?
Nothing.
How is this even remotely
Noticed
safe?
you two have been hanging out a lot. More so than usual.
Because it is established that,
We work together.
again, this is like near Salt Lake. It is established that
Abs. It's
Joe and Ellie had to go through hell
I
through
like
those subways.
Oh, God.
And it is an implication that the Fireflies
How long
use
have you
those
known?
infected
I'm
in
your
those
dad. I
abandoned
see things.
metro subway
Like the
tunnels
way you
for
both try
defenses,
really,
but
really
like,
hard not
you
to
know,
look at each other
infected
when
would have to go out and hunt something,
get all
and we learned that through this
It's
game
very
they
cute.
are known to hunt
And he
wild
makes them
animals
laugh.
just to feed off of.
That's because he's such an idiot.
I just like how he's extra nice to me now. He gets all nervous when he has to keep me in check.
So, you're taking advantage of him.
Me? Never. Abs, look. Fresh tracks. Let's see if we can find anything else.
Wait. This is just your sneaky way of giving me a tracking lesson, isn't it?
I would never. Is it working?
Well, I mean, I found you.
Yeah, but you cheated.
You do what you need to do to get it done.
Wow. You actually listen.
You have your moments of wisdom.
Wow, so in a matter of 10 minutes, they very quickly tried to establish that these two have a loving relationship. We know where this is gonna go, and I wonder where this is gonna pay off
See
with this
anything else?
fucking, with the rest of
Not
this
yet.
fucking game.
Keep looking.
Looking for what? What am I supposed to find? I'm supposed to find more trucks? Gonna use my Native American census. Again, this game is totally putting me back on the uninteresting portion of this game where I have to fucking find something that's completely vague and how it's presented within this fucking map. Oh yeah, here we go. Ooh, look at that.
Dad, I found something.
Yummy aborted fetus.
She already gave birth.
Ew.
And look, 2 sets of tracks.
Dad?
It's her. Let's go.
There's gonna be a
Doesn't
running
sound
thing
good.
with fucking pregnancies. There already is with fucking Dina, but we're gonna get into some very heavy prego shit, no pun intended, with Mel.
Dad, wait. What if they're infected around?
This area is clear.
You know they roam.
You brought your gun, right?
Of course.
Oh, shit. Abs.
Well, a gun's not gonna be enough when conveniently and when out of nowhere is gonna be like storms of infected are gonna be pursuing Abby. Oh, look at that! Look at that!
We've got to cut her loose. It's okay, calm down. Don't worry. I'm not gonna hurt you. It's okay. Damn it. It's really in there. Abs, come here. Here. I'm gonna hold her.
Okay.
I know what you're doing, game, and it's not working.
Calm down, calm down. Calm down.
Doc, are you around here?
Over here, Owen.
What?
Hey, get over here and help me hold her. We need you back up. Owen! Hold her. Come on. All right. You got her tight? Yeah. All right. Get in there, Abs. Steady.
Now that Zebra is going to be free to become a racehorse.
Holy fuck. Everybody's looking for you. We gotta... Hey, wait!
Dad! What's going on?
Come on!
You know, I will say, like, as a compliment to the character design, I kind of prefer Abby here how she looks, because she's not... Because, you know, the idea with this game is, like, they're not trying to make women too, you know, busty in this post-apocalypse, but, you know, I would say she looks better here than when she does, when she's fucking jacked up and shit, but, you know, it's kind of funny going back to how they wanted to create real-looking female characters without having to have big boobs. Even Ashley Johnson said that in that documentary Grounded when they're it's like that documentary talking about making the first game, but here it's just like okay, we're not doing that, but we could create like impossibly beefed up women in this post-apocalypse. I'm like, wait a minute, you can't have one thing of one end of the spectrum, but you can have this other end. Makes no sense.
We did good back there. Doc, that girl showed up. What girl? The one Marlene keeps talking about. They found her in the tunnels. She has an old bite mark on her arm. No signs of infection. That can't be. They're already running tests on her, but you gotta get down there.
Wait, wouldn't they know already? Because the whole Firefly faction was just waiting for them. Wouldn't they know by now? I'm not sure why this is news.
Come on. It's intertwined with the brain. There's no other option.
There has to be some other way.
There's no way to remove the specimen without destroying the host.
The host. She's a child, not some petri dish.
You think I don't... I'm aware of the situation.
And you're okay with killing her.
No, I'm okay with developing a vaccine that'll help save millions of lives.
I'm aware that, well, Marlene doesn't, like, is supposed to be, like, a grounded, like, leader of this faction, and they still kind of make her look attractive enough in the first game, but here they make her... She kind of looks like a mastiff, because what the fuck is with this design update on her face? What's wrong with your face?
How many fireflies have died for less?
That was their choice. Are you asking me? Or are you telling me this is how it's gonna be?
I am begging you to buy in.
And
No, here's a funny thing. I love how they're doing this switcheroo with Marlene, because in the first game, she was never gonna tell Joel Ellie's health was none of his concern, and you know, eventually like she does give in to telling Joel about it, but Joel like protests about the idea of doing this fatal surgery on her with not much option to do like testing, or well, for the main point was like they drugged her up already without her knowledge that they were going to run the surgery, and to Joel's knowledge they weren't going to get any consent from him, so they just kind of like they're about to toss him out into the wilderness without his guns and without his supplies even, and they didn't even like follow up on their deal. So I love how they're trying to like recontextualize this by saying like, well, Joel has to know, even though in the first game like they weren't even gonna tell him anything before Joel coaxed him out to say so.
what if this was Abby?
Don't worry, you'll get to
We
see
can fight
Abby's
for all the
perspective on this.
sacrifices, all of the horrific, All of that is justified with this one act.
If this was your daughter, what would you do?
Abby,
I'd buy you some dinner.
thank you, sweetheart. Look,
Fresh zebra
Do it.
with a side fetus.
thank you.
I'm gonna go tell Joel.
Why?
He traveled across the country with her. He has a right to know. Good luck with your surgery.
You're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
If it was me, I'd want you to do the surgery.
Yeah, you so wish you were Ellie. See, Abby does learn. She learns that it's okay to go ahead with the surgery without the consent of Ellie and his surrogate adopted father figure. Uh-oh, shit's gonna get down, son.
Is he still in the fucking building?
Of course it's very easy, because that's your dad. Wherever he says goes. Because that's your pops.
Abby.
No!
Abby, don't look.
Dad! Dad! No! No!
Yeah, think about this. Out of many characters that we could establish a revenge story, you have, like, the run of bandits across Pittsburgh, the run of bandits that attacked Jackson, and there's even some illusion that Joel has killed a lot of innocent people to get his way to survival. And there could be an indication that maybe some people from David's fallen settlement are out to get them. But no, it's just like some random fucking surgeon who exists just to prompt like some sort of like goodwill that the Fireflies are the most altruistic and they can't do no wrong sort of group.
Joel, get up. Joel, fucking get up.
I know what the fuck you're doing, because in the other perspective, you kind of like giggled to yourself maniacally when you found out that the Joel that you shot was the exact Joel that you're looking for. Stop doing this shit. I'm so not buying into this fucking shit. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to moralize her a bit, even though she has committed like an unseen, heinous act of fucking torture to death to Joel.
Please stop. Please don't shoot. Joel, please get up. No! No!
It's not even revenge. The fucking surgeon like drew a scalpel, so this like the surgeon was going to like attack Joel if he stepped a little closer, but it's funny how like in gameplay in the first game, like the surgeon doesn't even do anything. He just stands there, but you have to like hit the action button to trigger Joel murdering him by, animation, or you could just shoot him in the leg and he still like gives out and dies. So Joel was pretty much like defending himself. It's not fucking revenge.
Fucking kill you.
And that character exists to be Neil Druckmann's insert of him spitting on Joel for the rest of our discuss.
Whoa, what are you doing?
May we come to like him.
Cleaning up.
No. We're here for him. That's it.
It's too risky to leave them alive.
Too fucking bad.
He's right.
I know, right? It is too risky.
We killed them. We're no better than he was. They didn't do anything wrong, yeah?
But
Look at my face. Fuck your face. You should have been guarding the upstairs like I told you to. Move! Back up. Or what? Back the fuck up!
Calm down!
Garden! Shoot me?
Stop!
We're done.
you know what? I'm curious to know, like, with Mel's character, how far along is she on her pregnancy from this point into the present plot that leads up to Abby confronting Ellie? Because I heard it was like a few weeks, because that is quite a minute time for her to grow like a little Buddha belly. I know, right? Complete idiots. Wait, what the hell happened? Oh, it just cuts. Wait, day one. Oh, wait, how far along is this?
Oh.
The fucking time. Okay, I'm just gonna like pause it here for a bit. The time construction between where this was taking place when Joel gets killed to when Ellie goes out to pursue her revenge and Abby doing her shit before the clashing of both titans. But how long is this since, like, when is this supposed to be taking place? I'm very confused. Weeks, months? I'm willing to buy it if it's for months, but I heard, like, judging from the issue with Mel's pregnancy, which is a big deal in terms of, like, its heavily contrived emotional moment for manipulation, that she suddenly has a belly after weeks. So I'm very confused.
You okay, Abs?
Yeah, just...
What's up?
Been searching everywhere for you.
Oh, hello.
We've been called up. Isaac wants us at the front.
What? Are you serious?
I'm afraid so. We should hustle.
If that's supposed to be that long, then that doesn't really justify how big Mel's belly gets within her pregnancy stage. Because from that point on, from when they find Joel, it was announced that she was pregnant. Like, it was just like, how should I say this? I don't know. But yeah, from that point, it was said that she was pregnant, but like, they just realized it. I don't know. Let's keep on going.
We're leaving now?
Yes. Vámonos.
Okay.
Oh yeah, one other thing. The self-insert character that Neil Druckmann places himself into this game is Neil Druckmann wishing that he had like a very thick, rich, sexy Latino accent. Unfortunately, he doesn't. He has more like this sort of like very passive sounding voice that's very unattractive. So, Neil feels very insecure in places.
Fuck my neck.
Hey, thanks for giving me that room last night.
Yeah, who was it this time? That cook chick?
Nah, the weather chick. She's down from the mountain.
Oh, the scientist. Nice.
She's a little too
Where
excited about her
is...
job.
There's a little Easter egg here. I'm trying to find a book that shows it.
Worth it, though?
Oh, absolutely. I can die happy now.
You should. You're never gonna do better than her.
I keep thinking the same thing. And yet, here we are.
No, it's just like, the reason why I pause is, and I kind of like forget about this at times because I just like to provide commentary. I just would rather just let the cutscenes play out and then I'll just pause and give my reaction. That's the whole purpose. God damn it, where's this book? Because I know there's a fucking D&D reference here. I swear to God. I'm trying to find it. And I rather like speak my mind about certain scenes that that are happening for me to pause on because that's where I'm trying to focus my attention. Okay, never mind. Fuck it. Let's just move on. See, look at that. Look at that. Clean weights room. You can't find that in the post-apocalypse. Because I'm responding to your question, dude. How do you figure bath? Oh wait, what? Oh, sorry. I have watched the cinematic cut that's been uploaded on YouTube, but yes, this is my first time playing this game.
Hello, Miss Potts.
And I gotta say, I'm not at all amazed by the gameplay.
Her too.
A gentleman never tells. I gotta talk to my dad for a second. Grab us some food.
Yeah, on it.
Get me something con picante.
You get what you get.
Oh yeah, I know how the events play out in this game. I've seen the cinematic version of this like
Nice
on
to see you
YouTube
too,
twice, and it's a fucking shitty story.
Oh shit, Jordan. I didn't see you there.
You coming with us to the Saravina?
Manny and I just got called up to the fob. What are you doing at the Saravina?
Hotel and the school are getting evacuated. We're grabbing supplies and bringing everyone back to the base.
Seriously?
Yeah, can you fucking believe after everything we're falling back?
You don't know that's what it is.
At least Leah might be home from the TV station sooner.
Well, there's that, yeah. I should run. May your survival be long.
And may your death be swift.
I'm not sure if I agree with that saying. Like, okay. Moving on.
Ah, bueno. Hoy están...
Hey, sir.
Ah, Abby.
How you feeling?
Fantastic. Would you please tell him to get rid of this?
Oh.
I know what you're doing.
I look good.
Te ves horrible.
Bueno, we have to head out.
Keep him safe.
For you, I will.
Oh, well, where do you fucking begin? The whole game was... It's like a fucking assault on the first game, and everything that you love on the first game just like fucking... They took like the heart of the first game and just like squeezed it to see what life there is, and they fucking ripped it out completely. Like, they killed off Joel in the most poor manner possible. They fucking did a terrible job characterizing Ellie for the most part, and this is a lot of stuff, man. I mean, you can probably go into my last 3 streams, man, because honestly, I say a lot of things about that game. Yeah, everything except the museum scene is fucking terrible. Everything. And I love what they were doing there, like to try to humanize Manny because he has like his dad has arthritis. I know what you're fucking doing. I'm not fucking buying this shit. You spat on fucking Joel's corpse because Neil Druckmann found it cool
Burritos.
for his
Again.
insert character to spit on Joel's corpse.
Abby, what are you doing? Hey, tenemos prisa, dame 3 burritos.
Hey man, there's a
What were
line.
you doing the whole fucking time?
Excuse me.
Wait your turn like the rest of
Sorry. We're going to the front. Come on.
So embarrassing. Why do you have 3? One back.
Now don't freak out.
Excuse me. I don't know what the hell's going on out there.
Manny?
Where's your pack? In the room?
Why are you doing this to me?
Because I care about both of you. And I'm tired of all the bullshit.
Does she know I'm on this drive?
She does.
And she's cool with it?
Yeah.
I mean, the leaks
Why
were
did you
not
guess
fucking
I wouldn't
wrong
know?
for the most part. Like,
It's my accent.
they did say
on,
like Ellie
stop
would
being
die,
paranoid.
according to the leaks, but Ellie doesn't die. But character-wise, she does die. She's not the same person.
I think you get a kick out of making me uncomfortable.
You know, if I was living
It's an opportunity
in
for you two
a
to finally move
fucking
forward.
lifestyle that
We barely
involves
said a
just
word to
eating
each other since
burritos on a
Jackson.
daily basis, I would
I'm just supposed
immediately
to
get fucking
pretend that
sick
didn't
of
happen.
them. Who the hell wants to eat
Of course not.
burritos like every fucking
Nothing to
day?
talk about it.
She wanted
I
Joel
don't know,
dead
they
as
were
much
just
as the
to,
rest of us.
because they're like a military
She's not
force,
like the
they're
rest of
trying to like,
She hasn't hurt people like
you know,
that
make
before.
sure that everyone's like,
She kills scars all the time.
everyone has the
Not
appropriate
the
carb
way to control.
intake so you wouldn't
Don't forget.
starve out on the field.
Your
But
grants.
again, I would
She's
get
a medic.
fucking. I'm not even a
Come on,
burrito
Abby.
person. I get
She's
fucking
family.
sick of them.
Do it for
Like
me.
with just one bite.
Okay?
I'll try.
That's all I'm asking for.
I'll take my biggest sandwiches instead. Thank you.
Get your things ready. I'm gonna grab Mel.
Yeah.
Be nice.
Oh man, we're gonna get into this bullshit. Yeah, let's bring a pregnant woman on the field. What can go wrong? I don't care about interacting with some broad that Manny was following himself with.
I'll do it later.
No, but he didn't want her to die because their. Hold on, let me pause this. Their whole point was like, yeah, like she was held captive by him and some other wolf soldier, but you know, their thing is kill all trespassers. But then Jordan is like, no, we gotta keep her alive to see what she knows. Who knows if there's like more of them in Seattle? So that's like your one hint of remorse from these fucks. Well, so not surprisingly, they have it pretty easy going, but you know they're still just as fucked up of a group as like the fucking Scars. And neither side is
Hi.
shown to humanize them.
Hey. I actually cleared you for active duty.
Barely.
You could probably get a stay if you ask.
I'd rather not sit around if I don't have to.
No one's okay with this?
Why would it be up to Owen? We need to grab Alice on our way.
Because he's the fucking father of your fucking unborn child, you crazy bitch.
What are you getting called up for?
It's just the usual rotation, don't worry.
Hey, when you get back, will you check on my dad? He seems, I don't know, worse?
Worse how?
Well, he's complaining about a sharp pain in his wrists. He can barely hold a spoon.
Maybe we can get him some more painkillers. Heard
I mean,
they moved you and
technically, she
Owen
did
to
find
Section
the easy
96.
way. She attacked a armed woman.
It's nice. It's lots of young families.
I went to get, like, stabbed to death.
Getting you guys excited about the baby?
Seeing all the kids.
Yeah, you know,
running
Mel,
around.
you don't have to go out there. You can
Yeah,
probably
well,
check on
I'm
his
gonna
dad with arthritis.
All those crying babies. Let's drive always.
It's not like this is not
He
some
hasn't even seen it yet.
military faction with
Rotation.
hundreds of able-bodied men that could actually
Yikes.
be out there with you
Sucks
guys.
for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is supposed to be a group that overdrove Fedra, and they're no better than the fucking Fireflies.
Signing out, Alice?
She's playing inside.
Great. Abby, you want to grab her?
I was gonna let you guys know, I didn't say this at the start of the stream, I might be in 4 hours because I looked up the gameplay walkthrough off some channel, and Jesus Christ, like by hour 5 of this whole segment, you don't even get to Rat King, and Rat King's gonna be saved for like fucking part 5 of my stream series. Alright, I guess let's go play Fetch with Doggo.
Hey, girl. You crazy dog.
There's my favorite girl.
But like, why
I'm
would
gonna
you
put up with your shit.
why would you go against the consent of the fucking father of your
You
child?
want to go to the trucks?
And why
Let's go to the
wouldn't
trucks.
Owen have any say? Because this game can't be what Neil Druckmann wants
Yeah,
it to be.
okay,
He wants to
so
take
you
away
rest.
any
So
sort of agency
Get the buck.
to its male characters and shit. Same deal with fucking Dina going out there in Seattle with Ellie, with little knowledge that she knows that she's
Who's the
pregnant.
best boy?
Yeah.
And but that's another mess, man. It's fucking Dina's
Go get it.
pregnancy is fucking bullshit. Here, take the fucking ball. Fuck off.
Did I see
But
you
like,
again last
you don't even know.
Yes, you did.
But their final like their final scene together. Like, you don't even know if
Singing for
Mel
Isaac.
was saying that shit because
He really likes it. That's
Abby
why I
likes
like
Owen. It's mainly just like, you know, it's mainly just like some contempt that she had for doing the horrible,
Yeah,
terrible thing in part
I'd be
1
happy
of my
to
stream, which was killing Joel.
Just treat
But, like,
families.
It's not even taken into account really, and there's
I
like
don't think so.
Hey, Abby.
passing dialogue
Yeah.
that she's going through guilt, but we never really see any sort of like, we never explore any reason why she would feel guilty,
Hey, Pat.
except, and I'm not talking about the fucking leaving those 2 scarred
Hey, Pat.
children
Ma'am,
alone
usual.
You got it.
without anybody else to
Gracias.
defend them. I'm not talking
Which
about
trucks
that
are in?
shit. I'm talking about like general
Take
guilt status
S24.
that Abby says that she has.
I'm driving. Sign us out.
No, because it can't be a feminist fan fiction without having pregnant
Thanks.
women in action.
May survival be long.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of, if you recall Juno, that fucking comic book about some pregnant superhero. That's what it
I'd like
is.
to use a warm up.
Except this is not even a joke. Like, these characters are very okay with having a pregnant woman out there. Like I said, look at these 2 able men working the guns. It's not like they're not occupied with anything else.
She missed you too.
Yeah, that's not how pregnancies work. If you're fucking barfing up and shit, you announce that you're pregnant. That's not how that fucking works. You fucking have doctors to check up on you.
Alice, get shotgun.
Because,
Mel's
like,
pregnant.
hold on a sec, let me pause this. Because time has established that by the time they get to Seattle, and there's a moment where they see Tommy's horses, when they see Tommy's horse dead, surrounded by all these dead infected, like Dina is suddenly like puking guts and shit. I'm assuming just like in the span of the gameplay, how long it took, and an hour later, when they escape the infected from that underground subway, she announces that she's pregnant. I mean, it doesn't really make any sense. And there's not even a talk about having periods in the post-apocalypse, because that's not the fucking discussion.
Do a chance to talk.
Real subtle, right?
It's a world about kill or be killed, survive infected, do not breed in spores, take whatever supplies you need.
Gracias.
Oh yeah. I just want to say this. Right after they flee the gates, suddenly the fucking scars were just waiting for them out there, just out of the blue. So maybe this wasn't a good time for Mel to go out there in her pregnant status.
How have you been sleeping these days?
Not great.
Do you want me to get you something from the pharmacy? Or...
Nah, I'm good.
It's not a big deal.
No, it's fine. I'm just gonna wear myself out. I've been picking up a few extra assignments.
You and Owen.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
I will say though, that's still remarkably close to their base.
Truck S-24 headed to 2. May your survival be long.
May your dead be swift.
Maybe lost a hatchery.
Yeah.
Any plan on getting it back?
Nah, Isaac says it's low
And
priority.
if not scars, dude.
We're fishing
they're
up
gonna be
wild
dealing with some
salmon right now.
infected after this whole ambush.
What did you mean about me and Owen?
I haven't seen him in like 2 weeks. He keeps picking up open assignments. Has he talked to you? Did he say anything? Or...
No, we're still not. I mean, I seen him in the mess hall, but we walk around each other. Jackson shot me. You know, I wouldn't read too much into it.
Oh, shit! Ambush! Hang on!
Mel, stay low! Through the wall! They were waiting for us.
Yeah. The fuck do you think we're doing? Get closer! Bring him down! Ready, get us out of this! I'm trying! Get around! Just keep coming! You okay? Yeah.
Fucking stars.
How far away from the fob?
We're too exposed. Please get inside.
Only one more thing I gotta do. Let me switch up the difficulty because I still have on moderate. Yeah. But like, later she gets shot. She gets grazed in the arm, and guess who tends to her? A fucking field medic. So maybe there are field medics that could go on the field instead of
Let's make sure
Mel.
this place is secure.
And it's pretty stupid. It's unethical for them to send a pregnant woman out in the field because this is a fucking post-apocalypse where you need people like that to survive to I don't know, maintain the consistency of the remaining human species? Does that not matter? But no. Because later show that with this whole faction war between the Seraphites and the Wolf, it's just like no lives matter in this case. Especially if there's children involved.
Stuff here to make a Bible.
Which we later learn that, you know, there were some children that killed some wolves and that prompted the whole fucking territorial war.
We got this.
But still though, I would, if I was a father of some, if I was a father of some unborn kid that my significant other is holding, and if she wants to do her thing, no, I do what it takes in my power to get her, you know, just to keep her safe, without having to go out there, because that's my fucking lady, and that's my kid at risk.
Lots of places to hide in here. Guys, I got company.
It doesn't matter if it was like not planned at all. It's just like there was still an ambush pretty close by, and I'll honestly say it took quite a long time for the wolves to bide their sweet time to finally help out their soldiers in need. You talk a lot about how this game... Well, yeah, Ellie is pretty dumb. They try to make her like Joel, and she's definitely not. Especially in personality, when she's supposed to be like the juxtaposed personality that clashes with Joel's gruff, like disgruntled nature. And yeah, it's like the moments where they're trying to sell the feels just doesn't work because you killed like... This is just out of context what I'm trying to say about Ellie's character. It's just like the ones that they're trying to do when she feels bad about killing certain people that were complicit in Joel's murder. Like it doesn't really ring, it doesn't really sound when you killed like fucking 50 or however many more like NPCs throughout this entire game. More is supposed to be an issue, it's not so. She learned a lot from Joel. I don't see why that's supposed to be an issue. Well, because the cinematics, like how they play it out, it's very badly written how they do it. And it's not like she developed anything from Joel. Like, this is a world where Ellie was born and thrusted into. So, like, from the start of her own story, like, she didn't mind fucking... She didn't have an issue with killing, like, people that were trying to kill her. Like, her first action was pathetically trying to attack Joel in her intro in the first game. And I went into a huge, massive rant because, like, her fucking vengeance quest, like, gets in the way of, like, helping Tommy, who's at risk. That she fucking openly, like, would ignore Tommy just for the sake of getting close to Abby. Even though she was told by Maria to get him back safely.
This is so much better than getting drunk and watching anime.
What?
Nothing.
You're right, this is an uncivil... Well, no shit, it's an uncivil war. Like I said, it's fucking killed or be killed in this world. It's not about... It shouldn't be about revenge, because that was one of the pitches in, that Neil Druckmann had when he was developing the story for The Last of Us, and they turned it down because one of the quotes I can say about Neil Druckmann was, it doesn't make any sense for... Originally, the revenge character was supposed to be Tess, but they changed it up to where Tess, like, dies like a good, noble death.
I'll climb up there and check it out.
And it doesn't make any sense because why would somebody spend all their months trying to pursue somebody across this fucking world? And originally it was supposed to be written where let me pause this, where Tess's brother was included within the initial story and got killed off by some sort of like smuggling process that went wrong and got shot off by Fedra, and Tess blames Joel for her brother's death. but they changed that because it doesn't really work in this universe. And here, they went back to that idea, and it still doesn't work because I'm all for like revenge. I'm kind of contradicting myself, but if they wanted to make a revenge story, that's fine. But like they go as far as like treating Joel and Ellie like fucking shit. That I don't really care about. I don't really care about Ellie pursuing revenge or like what's at stake here. And here they're not trying to do the satisfaction that you would expect. They're trying to humanize Abby in a way where they do the most blatantly simplistic artificial methods of emotional manipulation ever pulled off in a piece of media.
Here we go.
Yeah, the only lesson that Ellie learned was learning how to shoot a rifle. Because there was an open rifle in the Pittsburgh segments, and there's a cutscene where Joel teaches her how to shoot the rifle and what happens when you have to shoot it. You have to like reload it like quickly. And you get the backstory where, you know, Ellie has grown shooting rats with BBs. Because, you know, humanity needs rats to feed on. Okay, hold on a sec. Well, yeah, I mean that's a possibility that there are people that are willing to pursue Joel, and you know, how many people have we killed in the first game, and you know, and they could have drawn ideas about certain people that Joel and Ellie met up with, or even in Joel's like backstory where it's told through Tommy that he's killed people to survive, but. What did they go with? Oh, they went with some random surgeon who... Obviously, you didn't have any choice to spare him. You just had to, like, kill him to save Abby. I mean, Abby. Ugh. You had to kill him to save Ellie. Oh, yeah, here we go.
Hang on! Guys!
Oh, okay, my bad. Well, okay, here's the thing. Like, just learn that the cure for fucking fungus infection. Like, oh shit. Okay, you know what? What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm going to be trying to. I think, like, stop Yes! Well, yeah, but like the thing that puts Joel in the cross, hold on a sec, is that the fact that they're gonna like proceed to like surgically remove whatever trace of immunity is in Ellie's brain since the fungus grows in the brain. But that's like they did it they drugged Ellie against her consent, and they were going to do it without Joel's consent in the matter. And like speaking with the vaccine, like. How is it even possible to like fucking get a vaccine out of this when the world's at that state where people are already like eating each other to stay alive? Like the world was already long gone, so that fucking excuse for the Fireflies just doesn't it just doesn't work. Yeah, and clearly like they established that the Fireflies are incompetent in the first game. Like they're a very shady group, but then this game tries to recontextualize. Well, perhaps maybe they are a good force. Maybe they are like a hopeful group that will someday bring a solution, which is not the fucking case at all with that first game. And you gotta remember, like their first action was blowing up a fucking Boston checkpoint against Fedra with innocent people in the crossfire. And here, there is some like fucking information that I find in this game where one of the off-screen characters that dies who held that weed lab was said to like kill some innocent people in like a firefight or some shit. No, fireflies aren't good people. And yeah, that was the whole point of the journey, because they weren't doing something and not for revenge, but for a possible solution. But even Joel was very like skeptical about the idea of killing. He wasn't really fully on board. Okay, well that could have been any fucking character, but they decided to go with the surgeon because their goal was to make Abby's death justified, even though we don't learn anything. We don't learn anything good about Abby. I still don't do this conversation yet. I'll get back to it, but right now I need to get past it. It's not well done. Like the Fireflies were, like they were fighting like a fruitless effort, and they proved to be incompetent in their methods of trying to secure a vaccine. And they screwed Joel over. And even if, let's say if Joel took the guns, would he even walk away? No, because because we learned a great deal between Joel and Ellie. But that would have been like a good, okay, if you want to do a revenge story, that could be a good hook to have somebody that Joel had like former family member, so Joel can get, so Joel can survive, because that's been said through Tommy in the first game. Fuck! Okay, hold on a sec. They mostly did that because all the groups you ran into this game, the group was trying to find a cure means they want to do some form of good. In Abby's eyes, someone trying to take. Trying to. Wait. In Abby's eyes, someone trying to take away that form of goodness is nothing but pure evil. But dude, like the world's already full of selfish people, man. And even if yeah, like the whole thematic is like we have to protect everybody by sacrificing a few lives, regardless. Like that was a big opening thematic of the first game. Was that Joel lost his life because some soldier in the military got the order to kill off any stragglers in order to prevent the fucking cordyceps from spreading, even though that still screwed over humanity with that fucking hell. And no, Joe had moral cause to do what he did. I'm not fucking gonna disagree with that. Because the Fireflies are no different from everybody else. They kill a few people in order to get what they want. find a solution to this pandemic. Fucking hell, man. I've been at this for some time. Fucking bro. This is so sad. Like, you can't be fighting. I can't buy it. It's fucking serious. What? Where the hell is that? I'm gonna blow it up.
Everybody good?
No, but like, she.
Can we say
Ellie
fuck
would
this
have gone.
place?
Ellie would have succeeded in doing what she did, but
We're
having
getting outta here.
getting everybody else killed and nearly had her fucking head shot off was all on Ellie because she was that stupid enough to leave the fucking map behind when she runs into Mel and Owen. All right. Where to go? I do appreciate. I did notice somebody new here.